This video is not going to perform well. I said it. You know why? Why it's not going to perform well? Because it's not going to be edited like the way you want it to be. I'm not going to edit it at all. Okay, well, I'm going to edit it somewhat, I have to do some cuts here and there. And because editing is my master and I am its slave, like every other content creator on the platform. The thing is, editing is so important in content nowadays that I would argue that it is more important than the content that you're filming at some points too. That you don't know the amount of people on the internet that are so talented, that are so entertaining, but they just don't get big because they can't edit properly. They don't have a good editor and they just don't have the editing skills. No, I'm not gonna say, oh, I'm one of those people, I'm very talented and entertaining. That's not for me to say, okay, but that would be so cocky, right? Like that's for you to decide, and I don't really think that I have that talent, but I try my best, I try. And the thing is, I hate editing. I despise it. I'm not that bad at it. I'm not that good at it either. I edit on my phone, so it's not gonna be that great. But I try my best. It's not that good at all. Like imagine if you didn't have to edit videos, and you just had to. You could have just posted them normally, and you could have gotten views. That would have been so good. Like imagine though, that would have been awesome. But that's not the case, right? Like the type of editing you want nowadays is like 3-second clips, bang, bang, bang. You need a sound clip here, you need a sound clip there, you need a sound clip there, you need an effect there, you need a visual effect there, you need an explosion there. You have to scream at the start of the video, you have to increase the volume, all of that, right? You need to make contrasting colors, this and that. And that's just very, very, it's very draining for people who don't want to edit. And I'm one of those people. Like editing is so boring in my opinion. Like there was a time back in the day when I liked it, when I was just getting into it and it was like kind of new to me and stuff. I really enjoyed it then. But I don't enjoy it now. I love making videos. I love making videos, talking to the camera, making skits and stuff. But whenever it gets to the editing part, man, like I have there's a lot of gaps between my videos. There's like 4 days gap, 5 days gap. That's not because I'm not making videos. I make a video like the next day I upload one. The problem is I procrastinate for the next 3 days because I don't want to edit. I dread editing. And even then, at the end of the day, the thing that I do edit, I hate it. I hate my editing too. I just don't feel like I have that skill. And yeah, so it's very boring. It's very repetitive at times. And I just don't like it. It's kind of a personal thing. There are some psychopaths out there that like editing. Maybe, I don't know, their skill or something. I don't know. Skill? No. Yeah, so it's just, this is a funny rant that I thought about. Like, I hate editing. But again, I am forced into editing every single video of mine. That is kind of like, ironic. Kind of like a, Sisyphus type thing. And one must imagine Sisyphus happy, so yeah. I'm just passing it out. Hopefully one day, who knows, one day maybe I will get an editor who likes editing and stuff and is good at it. But until that day, yeah, I'll hate editing. I'll do it, but I hate editing. And I don't know, if you were like in 2013, 2014, the type of YouTube videos back then, they were good, but they relied almost entirely on the content itself rather than the editing. That's not the case anymore. The content is like 60% now, the editing is like 40%. And editing includes, like thumbnails, and the actual editing of the video too. I would say, yeah. So that's like 60% content. You need to have good content, obviously. But if you don't have good editing, you have a great content and you have bad editing, it's not gonna go that well. If you have mid content and your editing is amazing, you're gonna succeed then. That's the crazy part. You can have mid content and great editing and you'll succeed. You can't have great content and mid editing, you can't succeed. That's just a crazy thought. That's crazy, and that's the case for modern YouTube videos. I hate that that's the way, but that's just how our human minds work. I don't think that's gonna change. Actually, I think it's going in the opposite direction actually. So editing is getting more and more influential as time goes on, and content is kind of getting mid, it's kind of getting reused and stuff. So yeah, that's kind of a problem with editing. But it's just a problem for those who don't like editing like me. So yeah, it was a pretty stupid rant. If you stick around till now, which I doubt, but if you did, yeah, make sure to like the video, subscribe, it's a new channel. And who knows, maybe tomorrow I'll be like, yo, this dude was one of those dudes who subscribed and like, he was one of the first 100 subscribers and this and that, fucking, Yeah, you know the drill. Just do this, do that. You're probably not even here. Nobody's watching this point, but yeah, I just do it if you are. What's the worst that can happen? What's the worst that can happen? Nothing.